Konnichiwa. Welcome to another video of the things not to do in Japan. Japan is a beautiful country with a rich and unique culture, and as a visitor, it's important to be respectful of local customs and traditions. In this video, we further discuss the things that you should avoid doing while in Japan to ensure that you have a positive and enjoyable experience. We will cover a variety of topics to help you navigate Japanese culture with ease. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the things not to do in Japan. Number 1. Don't forget to bow. In Japan, bowing is a traditional form of greeting and showing respect. It is a common practice that is deeply ingrained in Japanese culture, and it is expected to be observed in various social situations. Bowing can be used as a greeting when meeting someone new, as a sign of appreciation when receiving a gift or compliment, or as a gesture of apology when you have made a mistake. The degree of the bow can vary depending on the formality of the situation, the age and status of the person you are bowing to, and your relationship with that person. When bowing, it's important to keep your back straight and your hands by your sides. The duration and depth of the bow may vary, but generally, a slight bow of the head is sufficient for informal situations, while a deeper bow may be required for more formal occasions. Even if you are not familiar with the etiquette of bowing, making an effort to observe this practice can help to build positive relationships and show your respect for Japanese culture. Number 2. Don't ignore the rules of onsen. When visiting an onsen, hot spring in Japan, it's important to follow the rules and customs of the establishment. Onsen etiquette is taken seriously in Japan, and failure to observe the rules can be considered disrespectful and may cause discomfort to others. One of the most important rules is to shower thoroughly before entering the bath. This is done to keep the water clean and hygienic for everyone to enjoy. Most onsens will provide showers and soap for this purpose. It is also customary to remove all clothing and not wear any swimwear when entering the bath. This applies to both men and women and is done to ensure that everyone can relax and enjoy the hot spring water without any distractions or discomfort. Additionally, it's important to be mindful of noise levels and avoid any disruptive behavior while in the onsen. This includes not using mobile phones or other electronic devices and refraining from loud conversations or boisterous behavior. Onsen visits are an important part of Japanese culture, and by observing the etiquette, you can fully appreciate the experience and create positive memories. Number 3. Don't forget to say sumimasen. Sumimasen is a common phrase in Japanese that can mean excuse me, sorry, or thank you, depending on the context. It is an essential phrase to know and use in daily interactions in Japan. You can use sumimasen to apologize when you have made a mistake or to get someone's attention when you need assistance. For example, if you accidentally bump into someone on the street, you can say sumimasen to apologize. Or if you need to ask for directions or help, you can use sumimasen to get the attention of the person you are speaking to. It's also important to use sumimasen when making requests or asking for favors. By using this phrase, you can show politeness and respect for the person you are speaking to. Sumimasen is a versatile and important phrase to know and use in Japanese culture. By using it frequently, you can demonstrate your respect for Japanese customs and show your appreciation for the people around you. Number 4. Don't speak too loudly in public. In Japan, there is a strong cultural emphasis on respect for others and maintaining harmony in public spaces. Speaking loudly, shouting, or engaging in loud conversations in public areas, such as trains, restaurants, or parks, is generally considered impolite and may cause discomfort to those around you. Japanese people tend to be reserved and value peace and tranquility in their daily lives. As a result, they expect others to be mindful of their surroundings and considerate of the people around them. This cultural norm applies not only to Japanese people, but also to foreigners and visitors. Therefore, it is important to be aware of your volume and tone of voice when speaking in public spaces in Japan. If you need to communicate with someone, try to speak in a calm and measured tone, and avoid raising your voice unnecessarily. Number 5. Don't be late. In Japanese culture, being punctual is highly valued and considered a sign of respect for others' time. Whether it's a business meeting, a social gathering, or a dinner reservation, arriving on time is expected and appreciated. In Japan, it is common to plan ahead and allow enough time for transportation and potential delays. Being late, even by a few minutes, can be seen as disrespectful and disruptive to others. Therefore, it's important to plan accordingly and aim to arrive on time. If you find that you may be running late, it's recommended to notify the other party as soon as possible to inform them of your estimated arrival time. This gesture shows that you respect their time and are making an effort to minimize any inconvenience caused by your delay. Number 6. Don't ignore the importance of business cards. In Japanese business culture, business cards known as meishi hold a high level of importance. They are seen as an extension of one's identity and can provide important information about a person's professional background and affiliations. When exchanging business cards in Japan, it's important to present and receive them with two hands as a sign of respect. You should also take a moment to read the card and acknowledge the person's name and position before putting it away. It's also customary to have your business card translated into Japanese on one side, with your name and position clearly indicated. This can help to facilitate communication and establish a professional connection. Number 7. Don't be too touchy-feely. In Japanese culture, physical contact between strangers is not as common as in some other cultures. Personal space is important, and individuals tend to maintain a respectful distance from each other. Therefore, it's important to be mindful of personal space and avoid hugging, kissing, or touching others unnecessarily, especially in professional or formal settings. While some degree of physical contact may be acceptable among close friends or family members, it's generally best to err on the side of caution and avoid physical contact with people you have just met or with whom you are conducting business. It's also important to be aware that some Japanese people may feel uncomfortable or even offended by physical contact that they perceive as invasive or inappropriate. Therefore, it's important to be sensitive to cultural differences and show respect for the customs and boundaries of the people you are interacting with. Number 8. Don't wear revealing clothing in certain places. In Japan, there are certain traditional places such as temples, shrines, or tea ceremonies, where dressing modestly is important as a sign of respect. Revealing clothing, such as short skirts, shorts, or low-cut tops, is generally not allowed in these places. When visiting these traditional places, it's best to dress conservatively and choose clothing that covers the shoulders, chest, and knees. This includes wearing longer skirts or pants and avoiding clothing that is too tight or revealing. In addition, some traditional places may require visitors to remove their shoes before entering. It's important to follow these customs and remove your shoes when required, and wear socks or stockings to keep your feet covered.